Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a bit, I'll be walking my happy butt over to the futon to check out the new horror comedy, Destroy All Neighbors. Not to be confused with the Xbox game, Destroy All Humans, Destroy All Neighbors, the movie. Anyways, guys, this film tells the story of a prog metal musician who is working on his magnum opus. But while working on his album, wouldn't you know it, but the neighbor from hell moves in next door, and let's just say, wackiness ensues. Guys, I'm looking forward to this movie. This film looks like something right up my alley. This looks like a movie that would have been directed by Stuart Gordon back in the 80s or Peter Jackson. Just a complete and absolute horror comedy splatterfest. This movie looks like it's just going to be an absolute ball, and I cannot wait to get over there and check it out. In fact, Haku is waiting on me, and he's kind of giving me a very judgy look, Haku. What the hell? Okay, well I gotta go, guys, because I don't know about Haku right now. He's kind of pissed. Just getting done checking out Destroy All Neighbors, and guys, I had a blast with this movie. I thought this movie was fun from beginning to end. Okay, let's get this started, shall we? We're going to do things like I like to do. We're going to start things with the negatives and then move into the positives to end the video on the ever so important high note. Alright, right out the gate, if you are not a fan of cheesy, goofy, campy, B-rate horror films from the 80s, you are probably not going to like this movie. This film is cheesy, it's campy, it's silly, and it is gory. So if you've got a weak stomach, you're probably not going to like this movie. If you don't want to see people drenched in bodily fluids, I'm not just talking about blood, I'm talking about bodily fluids, I don't think this is the movie for you. However, if you're listening to all of this and you're sitting there going, I thought you were talking about negatives in this movie. Good news, buddies, we're moving into the positives. This movie is great. I had a blast with this film. I thought it was an absolute fun film, and it's an easy watch. This movie only clocks in at about an hour and 25 minutes. This is an easy little afternoon or just a nice evening watch film that is kept entertaining from beginning to end. The pacing is outstanding. You don't feel bored. The movie never feels like it slows down or anything like that. Everything moves along at a very, very even pace. One thing I will have to say, though, not necessarily a negative, but if you have a bit of knowledge of prog rock, you're probably going to enjoy this movie a bit more than other people. You also will probably enjoy this movie a little bit more if you have a little bit of knowledge of prog rock and you're not a fan of prog rock. You're probably going to enjoy a lot of the jokes a lot more. And honestly, if you are a fan of prog rock, you're probably going to enjoy the movie also. It's not insulting by any means, but I'm just saying it definitely brings to light some of the oddities of that genre of music. If you're a fan of splatterfest horror, well, this movie definitely delivers in spades. There is tons of gore and splatter and fluids all over this film. And I do mean icky, sticky, gooey fluids. Not just the old red stuff. We got goo aplenty in this movie. They did not spare, let's put it that way. The practical effects are also outstanding. I do not think I saw any CGI in this film. The practical effects done very well. There's lots of excellent puppetry work, lots of excellent makeup work in this film. Everything absolutely on point that you want to see from your B-horror film. And the cast is outstanding. I guess you could say our two leads, Alex Winter, who plays the neighbor from hell, Vlad, and also Jonah Ray, who plays William, our lead character. Basically our Jeffrey Combs ex-character, if you know what I mean. And that's another thing, if you're a fan of the movie Reanimator, this movie pulls from that very heavily. Let's just say very heavily. There's some really great moments in this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's an easy afternoon watch. If you enjoy this type of horror, I definitely think you're going to find a lot here. There's also some fun cameos of different actors and comedians that pop up throughout the film, so it definitely has a lot of those little ha-ha moments, and also it's on Shudder. And if you're a fan of horror, as I've said before, you've probably already got Shudder. So yeah, this movie is just, your time. It just costs your time to check it out. And I think you're going to enjoy this film. I am really hoping that this is one of the movies, because Shudder's pretty good about putting stuff on physical media, so I am hoping that this movie ends up on DVD at some point, DVD, Blu-ray, or something, because this is something I am really looking forward to adding to my collection. So please, Shudder, put it on something physical for me, okay? Alright, well that's all I have for you today, folks. Thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.